Hey everybody, welcome into the Friday Five. Chip Walters here from Exit Realty, Bob Lamb and Associates, and again we are continuing into these unusual times that we have seen ourselves go into for about the last 4 or 5 weeks now, and bringing you some, I think, hopefully really interesting topics during this time. And today, Hilary Miller, that's the mother of Will Stallings. You see Will's name down in the bottom of her video. But Hilary Miller is the director of the Charlie and Hazel Daniels Veterans and or Military Family Center. Make sure I got that correct. Yep. Charlie and Hazel Daniels Veterans and Military Family Center.
Yep.
That's
the longest title on campus. Yep.
Exactly. But thank you for spending some time today. And really what I wanted to get into, first of all, how are you and your family dealing with everything we're dealing with?
Yep, we're good. Everybody's fine. It's just healthy, fine. But I think we're all feeling the distance and isolation and ready for it to get back to normal.
Yeah, you deal with a really important constituency every day that are our veterans and military families, and give folks give me your elevator speech about the Charlie and Hazel, about the Daniels Center.
Sure. We serve about 1,200 military connected students, and about 3/4 of those are veterans themselves, but the dependents, the spouses, the children, they're very much a part of who we serve as well. The majority of our students are on benefits. So I'd say about 900 this semester are on benefits, 300 are not. Makes no difference to us whatsoever. We want to make sure that we're meeting that community's needs, whether you have benefits or not. There's no, we're not concerned about the dollars that they're bringing in. We don't even, are concerned if you go to MTSU. We want to make sure that we serve you. We have no recruitment mission.
Yeah, you do. One mission you do have is called the E mission.
Yep.
And that's kind of the core values of the Daniels Center.
That's right. We want to make sure that we transition people from their military life to their civilian life. And so we want to make sure that we assist with bringing them to the university. That can be challenging for our veterans. Many of them are still serving. Even now, many of them are serving, but they may be serving when they're applying. So they're trying to apply from out of country. They have transcripts from all over. They do not typically have that high school guidance counselor that many of us had going into college. So we want to make sure that they're onboarded correctly and that we give all the right credit for their military experience that we can. And we want to make sure that we get them their GI Bill if they're using GI Bill. We want to make sure that they're very successful in school. That's the second part of the E-mission, that the education, encouraging their education. So we do lots of programming that is just academically oriented. That is the thing I'm most excited about, is that we are so focused on their academics. I mean, that's our mission at the university.
That's exactly right.
Then we're going to make sure they have jobs. So when my son was looking for a job in high school, the Daniels Center was able to place him in his job. When my husband came off of active duty, he had never applied for a job. His brother had helped him get a job in high school, and then he went to the academy and then to 23 years in the military. He hadn't applied for a job before. So MTSU and the Daniels Center and General Huber got him his job at Barrett. We then want to also make sure that our MTSU community is educated on what military connected students bring to the classroom. And then we want to expand it out, and everything that we do in the Daniels Center, we share with the nation. So we are funded through taxpayer dollars and generosity of people like Mr. Daniels and his wife, and many others. And so I have not paid for anything. It is not proprietary. Anything that we do, we will share with any other school.
That's great. And what has happened, and you and General Huber should get a lot of credit, is the vision to make this the foremost center of its kind in the country.
Yeah, that's our goal, is we want to be able to do it very well here and then be able to pass that forward. So we are so fortunate to be at a school like MTSU. My students are very mission and service oriented. I work at a school that is the same. I mean, it's a public state school. The mission is to educate those and to do it on the taxpayer dollar and to serve taxpayers. So it's a very good fit. I serve those who are service oriented at a school that's service oriented.
Well, now that we have entered the situation that we're all in right now, how have the request for needs from your constituency back to this center, how have they changed, and what are the big things that veterans need these days?
Well, first of all, we need to get through this semester.
Mm-hmm.
So we need to make sure that everybody is acclimated to this new online environment. And as so many have said, I didn't sign up for this. I was very specific about the types of classes that I signed up for. So making sure that they have the right needs. I connected a student, and I know that there are many other students who connected through ITD, but I called ITD on one, and they had a laptop shipped to that student who was in Nashville, didn't have a computer, and he had left MTSU without one, and we made sure to have that to him. One of the things, MTSU had partnered with T-Mobile in the fall to give away to veterans and military families hotspots all the way through May. And I heard from a student today that said that where he is, he would not be able to get by without that free hotspot. So they have technology needs. And what's very interesting is you're hearing across campuses, across the nation, about students wanting to sue about their education. This wasn't the education that I signed up for. I mean, the world's pivoted. None of us signed up for this, so we're all changing. And what's so interesting about my student is that their motto has always been to adapt and overcome. So this is something that they're used to. I have not heard from one student saying, this is not what I've signed up for. Now, I've heard many that they do not like this. This is not the format that they would have opted for. In fact, they didn't. But what they have sent to me is things like, I'm not good at this. Get me the resources to make sure that I can do okay. So they're saying, find me the tutoring, connect me with those people, help me understand how to do better. It's never been outward focus. It's been inward focus on make me change so that I can adapt to this new environment.
Yeah, I was curious, in addition to the educational support, which is the base of what you all do, you also support the whole person.
Yep.
And there's a lot of anxiety with everybody. And how can veterans, what resources can you point them to?
That's really good. First of all, I want them to know, first and foremost, that we are still in the center working for them. So we may be rotating, but our school certifier, there's someone there always making sure that they're not going to be delayed on their payments. So that's working. I think that relieves them to know that. And we've been sending out emails daily with kind of updates. This is what's going on with the VA. Just so you know, a big change was you used to, in order to get your full housing allowance that you signed up and put your life in danger to get, you have to take one class in a seat. You have to be on campus for one of your classes in order to get your full housing allowance. It's about, it drops from about $2,200 to $800 if you're completely online. So that was a big concern of veterans. They were like, what happened? All my classes are online. The VA said, we'll accommodate, but there's a lot of things that kind of students still has to do. So we've been making sure that they know what they need to do to get that full housing allowance, which is significant. I mean, that's what they're raising their family. That's what it is a true statement to say that many people signed up to go into the military to earn those benefits to get this education so they could do so without the debt. So first of all, for them to know that, that's great. The second thing I want them to know is that our counselors, the Daniel Center has 2 full-time VA counselors that work in the center, one on the benefit side and we have the only full-time mental health counselor that's dedicated to one school in our center. And she's there every day. She's not taking appointments. We're not seeing students on campus, but she is definitely, absolutely, working with students on the phone. So lots of students are calling in. I sent out an email just today reminding them that they can contact her via the phone or email to set up those appointments. We need them to know that. These are scary times.
It really is. And I think, that information, the other piece that we've touched on a couple of times, that while you are based on the MTSU campus, and this is basically, what you do is for students, you don't have to be a student to get the services of the Daniel Center because it is veteran centric.
Yeah, absolutely. One of the things that I'm really excited about that we have that we have set up structurally that's going to assist during this time is that we have a development officer, Miss Lori Ogden. And so she is constantly out trying to find grants and to find funds that are going to help people all the time, but definitely during this time. Mm-hmm. So every few days she's found something and then we're able to shoot that out. So that's very important. The other thing we have is someone that's just concerned about employment. So that role is going to be pretty big. We're already sending stuff out to people now, but it's going to be very big once the world comes back to moving around, helping people find jobs.
Yeah, and in this particular time, time goes fast here on this interview. But obviously, the educational needs. We talked about counseling needs, job needs. Give folks now the important phone number and how they can reach you all.
Absolutely. So if you go to mtsu.edu/military, you'll get to our website, which is extensive. And one of the things that you could do, the first button on the right-hand side says sign up for email. So all the blasts that we send out to the community, you could sign up and get on that. I sent one out today that talked about the fact that we're having our virtual stole ceremony. We always have this fantastic stole ceremony.
Right.
We didn't want our students to miss out on it. So we're doing that. And if people want to come to the stole ceremony to support the graduates, they can Zoom in as well. But if they click on that, they'll start getting our emails. You can see also where to give into our scholarship, our funding, or if you want to donate, you can do that as well. But just being aware that we're here, people could pass our information on. Again, we're not just MTSU students only. We're glad to help any student, and we are glad to help any veteran. So have them connect.
Yeah, that's great. And it's such an incredible resource we have on campus here at MTSU and in our community of Murfreesboro and throughout Middle Tennessee. Hilary, thank you so much for the time. And again, mtsu.edu/military.
Yep.
That's the starting point.
That's it. And then my contact number's there, and they can always reach out to me.
All right. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, sir.
Miller from the Charlie and Hazel Daniels Veterans and Military Family Center on the MTSU campus. I'm Chip Walters with Exit Realty Bob Lamb & Associates. You can reach me through my website at choosechip.net. Thanks for being with us. Everybody have a safe weekend, and we'll all get back to normal real soon.
Thank you.